I love this clip. We've got a Russian astronaut embarrassing all the Americans here with his antics on the International Space Station. The Russian astronaut is Oleg Kononenko. Oleg is in the middle of our screen here with his arms folded. Oleg's movement and actions on the space station here are so daft, so obvious that he gives the game away for all to see, and it's so damning that you can see the look of embarrassment upon his fellow thespians' mates' faces here. So let's check Oleg out. Like I said, you want to pay particular attention to the faces of Oleg's colleagues. And of course, watch how Oleg moves around the space station. At points he seems to fly about with his arms folded, turn around, and is able to come backwards, park in tight spots, all without seemingly touching anything in this so-called weightless environment. Incredibly impressive. So let's have a look.
In the back row, from left to right, Andy Mogensen, Frank Rubio, Dmitry Petelin, Jasmine Mugbeli, and Satoshi Furukawa. Konstantin Borisov on the left in the front row, along with Nikolai Chub, Sergei Prokopiev,
Boing.
Oleg Kononenko, and in the far right in the front row.
Just seeing that was ridiculous. You've had Oleg fly forwards, look at something, fly backwards, and then it was almost as if he hit a giant spring and he bounced back forwards towards the screen.
In the back row, from left to right, Andy Mogensen, Frank Rubio, Dmitry Petelin, Jasmine Mugbeli, and Satoshi Furukawa. Konstantin Borisov on the left in the front row.
Ridiculous.
Along with Nikolai Chub, Sergei Prokopiev, Oleg Kononenko, and in the far right in the front row, Laurel O'Hara.
How's he doing that? How's he moving and parking himself there and travelling backwards? That's ridiculous. And now he's bouncing up and down. How is he able to change his directional vector? Just like the other astronauts doing the same bouncing act that I've highlighted in the past. Look how embarrassed his colleagues are here. They know what Oleg's doing gives the game away. More bouncing. And look how awkward his colleagues look here. What I love is Oleg in a minute flying backwards, seemingly able to stop.
Once again, we're standing by for the voice communications to sync up with the video that we're seeing. We should be getting underway here momentarily.
Yeah, you watch Oleg now fly backwards in a second from... Give it a minute here.
Stand by for 2 more minutes.
All right, get ready for this. Get ready. Oleg's going to fly backwards here, stop on the spot, and then start bouncing. Watch. Flying backwards, stops, and then starts bouncing. It's ridiculous.
In the back row...
Just want to come back to that scene again, just quickly. Pops it down, folds his arms, flies backwards, stops on a dime, and then starts bouncing. Absolutely ridiculous.
In the back row, from left to right, Andy Mogensen.
And we'll just see this clip again once more where he does similar silly stuff. I want you to note how he's able to park, twist, turn, go backwards and park in between those people and stop without touching anything. Incredible stuff. Space fans, enlighten me. Because this is obvious fraudulent pantomime on display here.
Frank Rubio, Dmitry Petelin, Jasmine Mugbeli, and Satoshi Furukawa. Konstantin Borisov on the left in the front row, along with Nikolai Chub, Sergei Prokopiev, Oleg Kononenko, and in the far right in the front row, Laurel O'Hara.
Check this out for parking. Amazing. Now, I've got to give it to Oleg. He made an absolute fool of everyone here and smiled whilst doing it. So fair play to him for that. You got to love him for that. It would seem his American colleagues weren't digging the silly performance as much. Can't say I blame him. Totally gave the game away, once again. Have a good one, everyone.